Hello. Welcome to another episode of Talking with Trisha or Talking with Trish. Would you like to call it that? Trish, Tricks, however it goes. But long story short, apologies again for not being as content as I promised to be on my videos and regular. So here I am finally, and I have come to a decision of at least being humble enough to post once a week. So, yeah, I think for starters, that would be a good start. Today's topic is kind of revolving around not giving any sort of care, attention, or validation to being ignored in your regular life. So, how do one react to that? He, I'm not here today to teach you all or to give a validating statement about how one should react when they are being ignored. This video is more towards how the art works. So recent realization and so far the order and the things that float in our life, I have just come to a realization that the more attention and the more validation you give to a person who is ignoring, or that he or she might not be even ignoring you, he or she would be kind of in an episode or kind of in a mood or phase that they are going through. And at that moment, what seemed to be best at that point of time is to just mind your own business and go with the flow with your regular activities that we do. And there's just so much that is just floating in my head, and I've been trying to frame them, and I have been also like journaling a lot, trying to frame and order these thoughts and to understand these patterns of narcissistic behavior. And it's not just me, that just because I am talking about this and I'm sharing about this and I have been a victim of this is something that I don't do, sometimes subconsciously or not knowingly, because everyone in this world, in our life, we always feel like the main character and everything revolves around us. We feel that we are so much more important than any other person sitting in the room, and there's nothing wrong about that. But it's also sometimes about the person that you are with, or the people that you are with in the room. It is sometimes to the art of being liked by others is always to choose them first before you. I'm not saying disrespect yourself. N- Keep your wants aside and prioritize theirs. I'm not really saying that. What I mean more here is to give them the ballroom, give them the opportunity to talk, give them to to speak up for themselves. Things shouldn't be always about you if two people are sitting on the table. That being said, and the main coming back to the main topic, which is being ignored and narcissistic behavior. What I was saying is that it is not something that people are born with, or it is not something that is created or given uh, given a satisfying rise to. It is something that just comes with behavioral pattern and past uh, patterns of life. So there are two types of people that I've come across who happen to turn narcissist and happen to behave very self obsessed in their life. Um, and these kind of people are basically someone who hasn't been um, given much of confidence to speak up for themselves, and somehow they create this pattern of always putting themselves first, that I'm not being heard, I'm not giving being given the opportunity or the ballroom to speak, so let me just go ahead and speak. And there are also people who sometimes just hide or take a shelter. Maybe it's not important for me to speak up, so I'll just shut it and keep it to myself. So there are these two kinds of people. Again, coming back to the main topic of these narcissistic behavioral pattern, how one should react. So my recent events of especially in corporate life, when someone superior to me has done some sort of behavior that I do not very I'm not very much fond of, and I do not encourage that sort of behavior, because just because you're superior, it doesn't give you the right to act in a way and put people down or look down on people who might be hierar in a hierarchy way lower or inferior to you. This sounds really wrong, but I'm just speaking in a more corporate language. I'm just speaking in a terms of how the charts go. So that is what I think it is. And so basically, when in our life we are being subject to this sort of behavior, and we think it is best to just observe that behavior and give encouraging them, feeling really upset about it, somehow your day is completely shifted to a bright blissful day to a negative pessimist thinking. Oh, what am I gonna do in my life? How is it gonna go? This person impacts me in such a negative way. This I don't think this should happen. I think, see, it's very easy to say that you should just continue doing whatever you were doing and however blissfully your day was supposed to be and end up, you should just continue with that. Somehow in the frontal lobe of our brain, these small patterns behavior always affect us. No matter how much we try, it does influence us, and it impacts us in a way that the rest of the day just drags. Like, we just have to drag the day, we just have to be done with the day somehow. Like, oh my god, this has happened, I just want to go home and I just want to go to bed. Honestly, I'm just sharing my experience. Like, when I feel like a sad ball, I would really love to hit the bed and just go to sleep, because when you're sleeping, basically you're not thinking anymore because you have gone to sleep, and it's so much more peaceful. So, but why? My question is why? Why not reflect on it? Why not go to the person? Um, well, I wouldn't really encourage, because I feel like they do it so attentively, that they do it so much to seek validation or seek attention, that oh my god, my behavior influences her or him. This is not always the case, but majority of the time I just feel that people who just without people just knowingly putting you down, these narcissistic, very attentively all about themselves and know it all people who just happen to put you down and are not even apologetic about it, are the people who you should not give little tiny bit of validation, or even go to them and ask, like, why did you behave this way. I don't think it's really gonna solve your problem trying to confront them about their how they acted, because sometimes, no offense again, these people, they just do not understand how they behave and how it's affecting a person's mental health, and it just gives them so much of a different sort of negative uplifting, that oh my god, my behavior is, you know like, oh my god, I didn't know that my behavior affects that person. Like, I feel like secretly they enjoy and they have the time of their life. when they do this. I feel this way. Like whenever I confronted someone that this is how you spoke to me, and I just feel that this was not right. Tell me if I've done something wrong. You can point it out, but do not put me down in front of public and humiliate me. Something that can be said to someone discreetly, you just happen to do it so much publicly, making a notice about it. Oh my god, Dee, she has done this. Like, it's just very awkward and embarrassing for both the parties, especially for the person who you're pointing it out on, and especially for the person. um just a reference example, you're with your group of friends and you're happening to not talk to someone, and you tell, and you are just behaving differently with that particular person, and with everyone else you're just normal. It just it just makes you sound so immature, and you're just behaving in such an immature way, instead of confronting, and instead of just solving, and instead of just talking it out, or making it all complex and um all stringy. You can just like talk it out. And some people, they just choose to make such a dramatic series of events about it. Oh my god, I'm not talking to her. I kindly request everyone else in this room to behave the same way I am doing. Like, honestly, I have not signed up for this drama or this high school kind of behavior. We are all grown up adult. I'm just speaking about grown up adult. I'm not even speaking about the teenage part of the chapter. I'm speaking about adults who go to office, who who earn their own daily bread. I'm just speaking about them. How did you come so far in life if you can't even, if you cannot even respect people, if you cannot even solve one small tiny conflict that you have to make such a bullet notice about to other people? Like, you're just inviting other people who are not even part of it, and making it so exclusive to other people. This has happened. Gossip is something else that is just a sort of entertainment over beverage for people. But publicly humiliating someone that they don't even deserve it, they have not even done anything wrong, something that can be solved by both the parties, and bringing three third parties, or two or more parties into it, and uninvitedly being invited into it, it's just not just right. So, long story short, what my reaction to this sort of behavior is to simply not just give a damn about it, just continue with my regular life. Of course, somehow it's gonna mentally bother you, and you're just gonna question, what have I done to deserve this sort of behavior? I see he or she behaving absolutely normal with other people. You suddenly start questioning your existence. You suddenly start questioning if you are a good human being. Like, someone not talking to you or giving you the attention doesn't make you a bad human being, or doesn't make you any less special. You are yourself, you're good in your own way. There'll be several other people who are willing to talk to you, who are willing to share a conversation, you who are even have the guts to come walk in the room and resolve that conflict. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys, that is just the art of not giving a damn. I feel like y- people should behave exactly this way with the person I just described in my video, the specific so called attentively narcissistic, unapologetically dumbass people. So I'm not gonna even call them jerk. I'm gonna call them dumbass, because firstly, they don't know how to respect. Second, they don't even have the guts or bravery to solve the conflict. Third, they just drag it. They just stretch it for some reason. They just don't talk it out. They just do such a drama about it. Oh my god, I'm not talking with you. Like, that's not gonna solve any problem. But yeah, sure. Go ahead, do it. Because you like some drama. So I understand. And so yeah, journal about it if you think that, like, and And one more thing, what really works like a charm for me, whenever I come across such people, I maintain distance. I take like a big red marker and I draw a line, just like this. And that's the line that the other person who is behaving this way cannot cross and come into beyond the red line. Because beyond the red line is me and my people who know how to respect me, people who know how to talk it out. So that's all for the day. Journal about it, talk it out with the people who understand you, people who are willing to listen to you, people who are willing to give you a resolve. Obviously good people will always tell you that go ahead and talk it out with them, but sometimes these people, they are not even apologetic about it. They're like, what have I done? I don't think I've done anything wrong. I think I was absolutely normal human being about it. They'll not apologize. Instead, they will sort of gaslight you to be apologetic about it. So, yeah, I hope you understood what I'm speaking about. I'm pretty sure everyone out there who this side of the camera who are listening to me, they've all been through these series of events and series of people like this. And good luck to you and all the best. And you understood very specifically that what my message was intended today. So yeah, love you all, take care. And the lighting is kind of shitty today, but